Welcome, everyone. I hope life is treating you well. We all know life isn't always easy. Some days you might feel completely unseen, ignored, or question why you aren't respected. Perhaps your words are cut off, your time is dismissed, or your heartfelt attempts to connect are met with laughter or apathy. But I want to share a profound truth with you. Respect isn't a gift given to you. It's a fortress you build from within. You don't need wealth, a loud voice, fame, or a cheering crowd. You need one essential thing: to become a person who respects themselves so deeply, so consistently, so quietly, that the world eventually has no choice but to mirror that respect back to you. And today I'm going to guide you on that journey. This isn't about quick tricks, faked confidence, or pretending to be someone you're not. This is about forging an inner strength, becoming grounded and unshakable in your presence, your thoughts, and your actions. This transformation will not only alter how others treat you, but will also empower your communication, lesson by lesson. Subscribe now, for your true transformation begins here. Secret 1. Respect yourself first. This is the bedrock. If you desire the world's respect, you must first cease disrespecting yourself. People treat you according to the standard you set. If you allow yourself to be used, if you agree to everything just to be liked, if you force a laugh at jokes that sting, if you remain silent when your boundaries are crossed, they will not respect you. Not because they are inherently bad, but because you have subtly shown them that your own voice holds little value to you. Respect blossoms from how you show up for yourself. Consider this. You're invited to a party. You're exhausted, needing rest, and genuinely don't want to go. Yet you say yes. You plaster on a smile, utter pleasantries. What happens next? They invite you again, last minute, change plans on you, perhaps even joke about how you'll always say yes. You've inadvertently trained them to believe your time, your feelings, your peace are negotiable. Your actions spoke louder than any words. Now, imagine the reversal. You respond, "I appreciate the invitation, but I need to rest tonight." No apologies, no lengthy explanations. Just calm, kind clarity. The next time they will think twice before encroaching on your time, recognizing its value because you treat it as such. This is self-respect in action. You decline when something feels wrong without guilt. You gracefully disengage from draining conversations without explanation. You don't chase people. If they fail to see your worth, you step back silently, powerfully, with love for yourself. And over time, this inner shift becomes palpable. People sense the high value of your presence, the protected nature of your peace. That your energy cannot be bought with mere approval or attention. That is when respect naturally begins to grow. Not because you demanded it, but because you became someone inherently worthy of it. So today, if you feel undervalued, ask yourself one honest question: where am I failing to value myself? Start there, and everything will begin to change. This is the first and most crucial secret. Before anyone else respects you, look in the mirror and declare with truth and strength, "I matter. My time matters. My feelings matter. My voice matters." Not louder than others, but clear enough so you never again forget your own profound worth. When you embody this, the world will feel it, without you uttering a single word. Secret 2. Relaxed body language. Have you ever entered a room and immediately noticed someone not for their loudness or beauty, but for their calm, confident demeanor? They weren't trying to impress. They didn't need to speak first. Yet, their presence commanded attention. That is the profound power of relaxed body language. Your body communicates before your words ever do. Before a single syllable leaves your lips, people are already forming judgments, confident or insecure. Calm or desperate, leader or follower, your body provides the answers, not just your voice. Imagine two candidates in a job interview. One sits upright, shoulders relaxed, breath steady, hands resting calmly, maintaining quiet, direct eye contact. The other fidgets, taps a foot, avoids eye contact, offers nervous smiles, laughs excessively. Who earns more respect? The first, not because of what they said, but because their body declared, I am grounded. I am enough. I do not seek your approval. That is the essence of relaxed body language. How do you cultivate this? Here are powerful techniques. 1. Posture: stand and sit straight, but never stiff. Envision a string gently lifting your head. Your chest should feel open, not guarded. 2. Shoulders: release the tension. Let them drop. Tension conveys anxiety. Relaxed shoulders project calm strength. 3. Hands: keep them visible and still. Avoid fidgeting. Allow them to rest openly. When you speak, use slow, deliberate gestures. 4. Face: avoid forcing a smile. Simply soften your features. A neutral, calm expression carries far more power than a feigned grin. 5. Breathing practice: slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. This calms your nervous system and signals control. 6. Maintain direct eye contact, but avoid an aggressive stare. Blink naturally. Be present. Be still. Next time you enter a room, slow your pace. Take a deep breath. Remain silent for 10 seconds. Simply observe. Let your body convey, I am not here to be liked. I am here because I belong. For the one who does not chase, attracts. When your body radiates calm, confidence, and groundedness, people will perceive your presence before you even speak. They may not articulate why they respect you, but they will. Such is the power of relaxed body language. Secret 3. Be non-reactive. People will inevitably test you. They will utter hurtful words, challenge your views, ignore you, interrupt you, attempt to dominate you, or try to ensnare you in drama. The moment you react impulsively, you surrender your power. The moment you remain calm, you gain respect. This is the core of being non-reactive. You are not swayed by their emotions, controlled by their anger, or compelled to defend yourself. You remain still, grounded, and serene. Consider this: someone criticizes your work publicly. Most would become defensive, raise their voice, argue over, explain, or shut down. A non-reactive person, however, calmly looks at them and says, I understand your perspective. That's all. No fight, no need to be right, no sacrificing their inner peace for another's ego. In that moment, everyone present recognizes true power. Reacting is easy. Anyone can scream, cry, complain, or attack. But maintaining stillness under pressure, that demands profound emotional strength. It silently declares, I have nothing to prove. I control myself, not you. This does not mean perpetual silence. Non-reactivity is not weakness. It is the conscious choice of your response, rather than being governed by emotion. If a response is necessary, deliver it from a place of calm power, not panic. Here's how to practice. 1. Pause before reacting. When triggered, do not respond immediately. Breathe. Allow the initial emotion to subside. 2. Detach your ego. Not everything is personal. Some people attack from their own pain. Do not let their wounds ignite your fire. 3. Practice silence. When drama is being manufactured, often the most potent response is no response at all. 4. Mirror calmness. If someone is calm, maintain your calm. If someone is loud, maintain your calm. This establishes you as the leader. The less you react, the more control you exert. You control the room, the energy, the outcome. People respect those who are unshakable. They trust you more, listen more intently, and follow your lead. So, next time someone attempts to draw you into their storm, remain anchored in your peace. For true power does not shout, it whispers, and people lean in to hear it. Secret 4. Always keep your word. There is one factor that can build or destroy your reputation faster than anything else. It's not your attire, your car, your background, or even your talent. It is your word. Your word is your identity. When you state something and then follow through, you become a person of trust. And when people trust you, they respect you even in your absence. But if you fail to keep your word, even once, doubt can linger forever. Imagine two friends. Both promise to arrive at 500 p.m. Friend A consistently arrives at 5:10, always with an excuse: traffic, forgotten, just 10 minutes late, bro. Friend B consistently arrives at 4:55 without explanation. Now, if you needed someone to lead a project, represent your company, or safeguard a secret, who would you choose? The one who keeps their word. Why? Because they are reliable, consistent, and disciplined. These are the building blocks of respect. Keeping your word isn't about perfection, it's about honesty and commitment. When you say, I'll call you, call. I'll do it tomorrow, do it. I'll never lie to you, never lie. I'm on my way, actually be on your way. If you cannot keep your word, do not give it. Say no instead of offering a false yes. Say not now instead of making an unfulfillable promise. People remember, they are observing. They may not comment, but they are noticing. Each time you honor your word, you add another brick to the fortress of respect surrounding you. Your voice gains authority. Your presence becomes trustworthy. And most importantly, your self-respect deepens. You feel proud when you follow through, building confidence and discipline. Because you don't just attempt tasks, you become a finisher. So from today, treat your word as gold. Never give it lightly. Never break it casually. Once broken, it is incredibly difficult to mend. But when protected, it renders you untouchable. Secret 5. Master eye contact and silence. Most people equate power with loudness. They believe confidence means speaking rapidly, and that dominating conversations earns respect. The opposite is true. Real power resides in your eyes and in your silence. You don't need to speak extensively to be heard. You simply need to be profoundly present. And nothing communicates presence more powerfully than eye contact. Think about it. When someone avoids your gaze, you sense they are concealing something. When someone cannot hold your eyes, you perceive uncertainty. When someone constantly looks away, you feel their disengagement. But when someone looks directly into your eyes, calmly, steadily, focused, you feel a powerful connection. They don't need to shout, explain, or convince because their presence speaks volumes. Now, combine this with silence, and you become unforgettable. For instance, in a meeting, someone is grandstanding, talking over everyone, loud and dramatic. You remain calm. You don't interrupt. You look at them steadily without reaction. You then utter one sentence, slowly, clearly in a calm voice, followed by silence. Suddenly, the energy shifts. Why? Because you didn't fight for attention, you commanded it with your inner energy. That is the secret. Here's how to practice eye contact and silence effectively. 1. When you speak, look into their eyes. Not in a creepy or aggressive manner, but direct, soft, and steady. If challenging, aim for the space between their eyes or their eyebrow area. 2. When they speak, do not break eye contact too quickly. Remain present. Nod subtly to show you are listening. Allow them to feel your complete attention. 3. Use pauses. Do not rush your words. Silence between your sentences creates power. It signals control and lends weight to your words. 4. Embrace silence in tension. If challenged, do not fill the silence with nervous energy. Simply look at them calmly. Breathe. Hold your ground. Let the silence work for you. When executed correctly, people will sense, this person is confident. This person is unafraid. This person truly sees me. This person possesses presence. You become unforgettable, not for your volume, but for your stillness and authenticity. So, from today, stop trying to impress with more words. Start practicing fewer words, cultivating a stronger presence. Let your eyes convey your message. Let your silence carry your meaning. Let your calm energy fill the room, for that is the essence of true respect. Secret 6. Don't try to convince people. If there's one behavior that instantly erodes respect, it's trying too hard to prove yourself. Over-explaining, striving to make others believe in you, seeking approval, winning every argument, trying to force them to see your value. When you exert too much effort, trying to convince others, you deplete your energy and they lose interest. People do not respect desperation, they respect certainty. When you try to convince, you talk excessively, explain too much, argue too long, attempting to change minds as if your worth depends on it. But when you truly respect yourself, you grasp this. Not everyone needs to agree with you. Not everyone needs to understand you. Not everyone deserves your truth. Imagine someone declares your dream impossible. Most might retort, no, I can do it. I'll prove it. Why don't you believe in me? A truly powerful person, one who respects themselves, simply says, watch me. No arguments, no convincing, no pleading for belief. When you believe in yourself, you don't need external applause. You simply keep moving forward. The need to convince often stems from insecurity. But when you know your value, you realize you don't need universal support. You don't need to win every debate. You don't need to explain yourself to those determined to misunderstand you. 1. Speak with calm conviction. Articulate your beliefs clearly and confidently. No rushing, no over-talking. State it once. Let it resonate. 2. Don't chase approval. If someone dislikes you, accept it. If they don't support your dream, move on. If they misunderstand you, remain calm. Your purpose isn't to be understood by everyone. 3. Let your results speak. Instead of proclaiming future success, consistently show up and build. Let your actions become your proof. 4. Disagree respectfully. There's no need for rudeness. Simply state, I see it differently, and release it. 5. Protect your peace. Not every conversation requires a resolution of agreement. Sometimes silence is more potent than 1,000 explanations. Those who genuinely respect you require no convincing. And for those who don't, no amount of convincing will help. So from today, cease explaining, defending, or proving your worth. Simply do your work. Safeguard your energy. Walk your path with quiet strength. And one day, the very people who doubted you will utter, I wish I had listened. A secret 7. Walk away without explanation. This secret, though quiet, is one of the most powerful avenues to earn profound respect. The ability to disengage without anger, without noise, without drama, is the purest form of self-respect. It signifies clear boundaries, strength, clarity, and inner peace. Yet most people fail to do this. When disrespected, they argue. When ignored, they beg. When hurt, they over-explain. When someone pulls away, they chase harder. But here is the life-altering truthy. When you walk away from something that doesn't value you, you walk towards something that will. And when you do it quietly, without shouting, without pleading, without demanding understanding, people perceive your strength more profoundly than if you had screamed. Imagine a friend who constantly talks about themselves. They never inquire about your well-being, offer no support for your goals, and only contact you when they need something. You decide to address this. They dismiss your feelings, calling you too sensitive. Most people would argue, cry, send lengthy messages, desperately trying to fix the situation. But the powerful choice, you simply stop replying, you stop showing up. You walk away without a scene, without trying to retaliate. You merely leave the table where love and respect are no longer being served. That is when people sense your power, because walking away without explanation declares, I do not chase love. I do not need to be begged for good treatment. I know my value, and I will not remain where I am not respected. This principle extends beyond people. It applies to jobs, conversations, relationships, social media arguments, toxic habits, anything that steals your peace. 1. Notice your feelings. If a space diminishes you, it is not your space. If a person drains you, they are not your person. 2. Don't explain to those unwilling to understand. You don't owe them a presentation. You owe yourself protection. 3. Keep your exit quiet. No dramatic goodbyes. No need to announce your departure. Just leave. The silence will resonate louder than words. 4. Trust that walking away opens new doors. You are not losing. You are creating space for something superior. 5. Focus on your peace. Each time you detach from something toxic, your mind clears, your heart lightens, and your future brightens. You don't need closure, you need peace. And sometimes peace arrives when you walk away without a backward glance. When you live this way, people begin to respect you on an entirely new level. They realize you don't beg, you don't chase, you don't crumble for attention. You simply walk with power, grace, and unwavering self-trust. That is unforgettable. Secret 8, speak less, watch more. Most people attempt to impress others by speaking more. More words, more opinions, more stories. They believe, if I talk more, they'll like me, they'll respect me. The opposite is true. The more you speak, the greater the likelihood of revealing weaknesses, exposing insecurities, uttering regrets, and diminishing your value. But when you speak less and observe more, you elevate yourself. Imagine a group conversation. One person dominates, talks incessantly, interrupts, tries to appear the smartest. Another remains quiet, calm, focused. They listen, nod, ask insightful questions. They speak only when they have something truly meaningful to contribute. Who garners more respect? The quiet one, the observer, the thinker. Because that person speaks not to gain attention, but to offer genuine value. Indeed, some of the most influential people in the world speak the least. Why? Because their silence cultivates mystery. Their words carry immense weight, and their attention feels like a cherished gift. Listening is more potent than talking. When you listen, you understand people better. You discern the atmosphere, detect truth and falsehoods, learn more rapidly, and build trust. And when you finally do speak, your words land with greater impact. In a team meeting, an argument rages. Voices escalate, people compete. One individual remains silent for 10 minutes, listening, observing, taking notes. Then, they raise a hand, utter a single sentence, and the room falls silent. Why? Because they watched, they waited. And when they spoke, it originated from wisdom, not reaction. That is the power of speaking less and watching more. 1. Slow down your speech. There's no need to rush. Breathe between thoughts. Think before you speak. Pause before responding. A 2-second pause can provide the space to respond with calm rather than emotion. 3. Ask more questions. Instead of self-focused talk, inquire about others' thoughts. People respect those who genuinely listen. 4. Avoid filling silence with noise. Silence is not awkward, it is powerful. Allow it to exist. 5. Make every word count. Speak when your words contribute value, clarity, or truth, not merely to fill empty air. People will begin to notice something distinct about you. You don't talk excessively. You think before you speak. You listen profoundly. You perceive details others miss. Slowly, your words will become rare and revered. In a world saturated with noise, the quiet individual with clarity emerges as the leader. Secret 9. Set boundaries without apologizing. This is where many falter, sacrificing their self-respect. They permit constant interruption, condescension, their time being taken for granted, their personal space invaded, their emotions disregarded, their limits pushed, all while remaining silent. Why? Fear of conflict. A desire not to upset others, a mistaken belief that being nice means always saying yes. You can be kind and still possess boundaries. You can be loving and still say no. You can be humble and still protect your peace. Setting boundaries is not rude. It is the ultimate expression of self-respect. When you state, I don't allow that. I need space. I won't continue this conversation if it becomes disrespectful. You are not harming others. You are honoring yourself. Those who react angrily to your boundaries are often those who benefited from your lack thereof. Imagine a coworker who perpetually offloads their tasks onto you. Hey, can you just help me with this real quick? Day after day, week after week, you agree, even when buried under your own deadlines. One day, you decide no more. The next time they ask, you calmly say, I can't assist you this time. I'm fully committed to my own tasks. They might be shocked, perhaps even upset. But something powerful occurs. They stop asking. They begin to respect your space. And others notice, seeing you now as someone with clear boundaries, not someone to be exploited. 1. Know your limits. What are you comfortable with? What drains you? What behaviors feel disrespectful? Understand these clearly. 2. Use simple, direct language, no over-explaining, no apologies. State the boundary plainly. That doesn't work for me. I'm not comfortable with that. Let's reschedule. I need some time. 3. Say no with love. Not guilt. You can decline kindly. You are not rejecting the person. You are respecting your own needs. 4. Be consistent. If you establish a boundary once, but disregard it later, people won't take you seriously. Adhere to your word. 5. Let go of those who dishonor your boundaries. You shouldn't have to beg for good treatment. If they refuse to respect your limits, create distance. When you master this, you feel lighter, stronger. You gain respect without asking, and you become emotionally safe from others and from yourself. Boundaries are not walls to exclude people. They are discerning doors that invite in only the right connections. And when people recognize your uncrossable lines, they don't just respect your words. They respect your very presence. Secret 10. Let your silence be louder than their opinions. This is more than a secret. It's a weapon, a shield, a path to ultimate self-respect. We inhabit a world saturated with noise. Everyone has an opinion about you. They will question your choices, ridicule your dreams, comment on your appearance, your voice, your past, your struggles, your progress. They will attempt to define you with their judgments as if they understand your soul better than you do. If you try to combat every opinion, explain every action, justify every decision, you will exhaust your spirit and still never truly win. The moment you feel the need for universal understanding, you have already surrendered your power. But the moment you say nothing, the moment you remain focused, the moment you let your silence speak, you become untouchable. Imagine working diligently on your goals. Each day you rise early. You read, you learn, you fail, you try again. You forego parties, avoid drama, disappear from the claimer. People talk. He's strange now. She's too quiet lately. Why does he act superior? She'll never succeed. Look at him, wasting time. Most would react. You don't understand what I'm building! Just wait. I'm doing my best. Can't you see? But not you. You say nothing. You continue working. You continue growing. You continue becoming stronger silently. And then, one day, your results speak for themselves. You succeed. You transform. You ascend. And the very people who doubted you fall silent because your success creates more noise than their opinions ever could. This is the profound power of silence. Let me reveal the 3 forms of silence that command deep respect. 1. Silence in conflict. When someone attempts to draw you into a fight, insults you, mocks you, or tries to provoke you, do not react. Do not explain, do not argue, simply remain calm. Let their chaotic energy dissipate against your stillness. For when you remain composed amidst turmoil, people recognize your inner steel. 2. Silence in growth. You don't need to broadcast every step. You don't need to reveal your plans. You don't need to prove you're working. Work in silence. Learn in silence. Evolve in silence. Let the results generate the noise. People don't respect the loudest voice. They respect the one who one day appears transformed and never looks back. 3. Silence in judgment. When people misunderstand you, judge you, or doubt you, remain silent. The one who constantly explains often remains insecure. The truly secure individual lets their life become the undeniable proof. You don't need to fight for respect. You simply need to live in a way that commands it. Silence is misconstrued by the weak, but mastered by the powerful. When you walk with silence, you walk with grace, with depth, with unshakable dignity. Let them talk. Let them assume. Let them guess. You are not here to impress anyone. You are here to become so focused, so strong, so disciplined, that they have no choice but to respect you, even if they never voice it. Let me leave you with this. You don't have to scream for respect. You don't have to wear masks. You don't have to perform to be noticed. You just have to build yourself in silence until your presence makes noise without you saying a word. True respect doesn't stem from popularity. It comes from being powerful in your peace. It's in the way you enter a room and feel no need to prove yourself. It's in the way you say no and genuinely mean it. It's in the way you sit quietly and yet subtly guide the entire conversation with your calm energy. It's in the way you walk away when something no longer feels right, without burning bridges, without begging, without commotion. So here is your challenge. Stop begging for respect. Stop chasing validation. Stop over-explaining yourself. Start becoming the person who speaks less and sees more. Who remains calm when others lose control? Who protects their peace like a warrior? Who lives by discipline, not desperation? Who builds silently, grows daily, and walks away with quiet power? Because that version of you, that version earns respect without ever asking. And from today, I want you to choose that version again and again until it becomes who you are. You don't need to be loud to be respected. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't need the world's applause. Just become the person who walks with calm confidence, speaks with purpose, protects their peace, and keeps their word no matter what. Let others talk. Let others judge. You keep building, you keep becoming, because one day your silence will speak louder than their opinions, and your presence will enter rooms before your voice ever does. That's when they'll respect you. Not because you demanded it, but because you became undeniable. So now respect yourself, train your mind, stay quiet, and grow so powerful that the world can feel your energy before you even say a word. Your time begins now. If this resonated deeply within you, if it sparked a thought, if it reminded you of your inherent power, subscribe right now. Not just for content, but as a daily reminder, you don't need permission to become powerful. You just need to start walking like it. And in the comments, write, I will no longer ask for respect. I will become someone who earns it silently. Because the moment you stop begging and start building is the moment the world starts watching. And that is when respect truly begins. Let your silence carry you from here.